Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. Today, we're diving into some hot topics making waves in the city. First up, Hong Kong's rental market is heating up, with rents expected to hit record highs this year. The surge is fueled by a wave of new residents and sidelined homebuyers, creating a robust demand, especially from international students and skilled professionals. Analysts predict that this trend will continue, even as some renters consider buying due to potential interest rate cuts. In the arts scene, the Hong Kong Repertory Theatre is bringing back its acclaimed play Ambiguous for a limited run, exploring the complex dynamics of marriage and relationships. This gripping drama, which has already won multiple awards, will also be touring Beijing and Shanghai, making it a must-see for theater lovers across the region. Lastly, we can't ignore the impact of nature, as Super Typhoon Yagi has struck China's Hainan, displacing nearly 1 million people and causing extensive damage. With winds reaching up to 234 km/h, the storm has led to widespread evacuations and power outages, reminding us of the increasing intensity of such weather events. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage on these stories. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong's rental market is on the verge of reaching unprecedented heights, driven by a surge in demand from new residents and potential homebuyers who are currently deterred by high mortgage rates. The rental home index has already increased by 1.1% month-on-month, inching closer to the peak set in August 2019. Analysts predict that rents could exceed the previous range of 21 Hong Kong dollars and 30 cents to 41 Hong Kong dollars and 48 cents per square foot per month, with a year-on-year surge of 6.6% observed in July alone. The influx of international students and skilled professionals is expected to further push rents up by 1.5% in the coming months, ultimately leading to a projected annual gain of 9.5%. Developers, facing a backlog of unsold flats, may pivot towards the leasing market, indicating a significant shift in the real estate landscape amidst strong rental demand. In a captivating revival, the South China Morning Post highlights the Hong Kong Repertory Theatre's return of the acclaimed play Ambiguous, which originally premiered in 2021. This gripping drama, penned by Matthew Chung Kwok Kwai and directed by Fong Chun Kit, intricately explores the complexities of marriage and relationships through the chance encounter of a stay-at-home husband and a housewife. Set to run from September 13 to 22 at the Hong Kong City Hall Theatre, the production delves into the hidden depths of seemingly mundane interactions, raising profound questions about the institution of marriage. With a talented cast led by Lau Shaoqing and Zhao Yi, the play has already garnered multiple awards and is set to tour Beijing and Shanghai following its Hong Kong performances, reflecting its widespread appeal and critical acclaim. Japan Times reports on the heightened scrutiny Japanese firms are expected to apply to overseas deals following the U.S. government's resistance to Nippon Steel's proposed $15 billion acquisition of U.S. Steel. The anticipated move by President Biden to block the deal on national security grounds has prompted concerns about trust between the U.S. and Japan, with potential implications for future foreign investments by Japanese companies. As the political landscape shifts, industry advisors suggest that Japanese firms will need to navigate these complexities carefully to avoid unsettling bilateral relations while pursuing international growth opportunities. This situation serves as a wake-up call for Japan Incorporated to reassess its strategies in foreign markets amidst rising geopolitical tensions. Guardian reports that Super Typhoon Yagi, the strongest storm in Asia this year, made landfall in Hainan, China, causing chaos and forcing nearly 1 million residents to evacuate. With winds reaching up to 234 km/h, the typhoon triggered extensive power outages, affecting over 830,000 households. The storm's impact was felt across the region, with schools, businesses, and transport links in Hong Kong and Guangdong also disrupted. Yagi, which had already wreaked havoc in the Philippines earlier in the week, made a second landfall in Guangdong, leading to further evacuations. Fortunately, no fatalities have been reported in Hainan, but the storm is a stark reminder of the increasing intensity of typhoons due to climate change. South China Morning Post shares the bittersweet story of Yat Sing Toys, a beloved toy shop in Hong Kong's Wan Chai district that is set to close after 30 years in business. As the owner prepares for retirement, customers flock to the shop to purchase mementos and share nostalgic memories. The closure reflects a broader trend of changing shopping habits, with children increasingly drawn to digital devices and online shopping. Longtime patrons reminisce about the joy of selecting toys in-store, contrasting it with the current landscape where parents often find themselves seeking out toys for their tech-savvy children. The shop's farewell resonates with many, as it symbolizes the fading charm of traditional retail experiences in a rapidly evolving city. In another article from South China Morning Post, Cathay Pacific Airways faces significant challenges in its post-pandemic recovery. The airline, which was severely impacted by the global spread of COVID-19, has had to push back its plans for a full return to capacity until 2025, a year later than initially anticipated. This delay highlights the ongoing struggles within the aviation industry as it grapples with the lasting effects of the pandemic, alongside rising operational costs and shifting consumer behaviors. As Cathay Pacific navigates these headwinds, the airline's future remains uncertain, underscoring the broader difficulties faced by many carriers in the wake of unprecedented disruptions. South China Morning Post reports on Hong Kong's men's cricket team as they gear up for crucial matches that could secure their spot in the final stage of qualifying for the 2026 T20 World Cup. With an impressive track record, the team has dominated their qualifying matches, and Captain Nizakat Khan's performance has been a standout, recently surpassing 2,000 career T20I runs. His leadership has been pivotal, inspiring teammates like spinner Yasser Murtaza, who has taken 18 wickets in just 9 games. As they prepare for their upcoming matches against Malaysia and Kuwait, the team is focused on maintaining their momentum, emphasizing the importance of consistency and teamwork, while also recognizing areas for improvement, particularly in fielding. South China Morning Post also highlights the suspension of the print edition of the Epoch Times in Hong Kong, a publication tied to the Falun Gong group, due to difficulties in renewing their printing lease. The decision reflects broader concerns about press freedom in the city, as the Hong Kong Journalists Association notes that the challenges faced by the Epoch Times in securing a location signal a troubling trend for media outlets. The publication, which has been operational since 2001, will continue its online presence despite the setback, while the past few years have seen incidents of violence against its staff, raising alarms about the safety and viability of independent journalism in Hong Kong. South China Morning Post features the Yama Foundation, a charity in Hong Kong that provides yoga and arts therapy to children with special needs. Young participants like IP Manley and Sang Chun Kung have seen remarkable improvements in their physical and emotional well-being through the Foundation's programs. Co-founder Harsha Chelaram emphasizes the need for a dedicated, accessible well-being center to expand their services, which have grown significantly in recent years. With a vision of integrating yoga and arts therapies into public health and education, Yama aims to create a supportive environment where children can thrive and develop vital social skills. The foundation is actively seeking funding to realize this dream, hosting events to raise awareness and support for their mission. South China Morning Post, Claudia Vergara, the niece of Modern Family star Sofia Vergara, has captured attention not only for her striking resemblance to her famous aunt but also for her burgeoning career in fashion. Born in Colombia, Claudia moved to the U.S. for college, where she graduated with a degree in fashion design. She launched her clothing line, Violetta Rose, which garnered interest from celebrities, including Kendall Jenner. With over 338,000 followers on Instagram, Claudia shares her fashionable lifestyle and often borrows clothes from Sophia, who serves as both a style icon and a source of inspiration for her. However, Claudia's life is not without tragedy. She lost her father to a kidnapping attempt when she was just 6 years old, a heartbreaking chapter that has shaped her resilience. South China Morning Post: the U.S. government has issued a warning regarding the heightened risks for businesses and individuals operating in Hong Kong following the implementation of the Safeguarding National Security Ordinance. This advisory highlights vague legal provisions that could criminalize routine activities, raising concerns about arbitrary enforcement of laws. The U.S. has maintained its travel advisory for Hong Kong, urging caution due to the potential for surveillance and the chilling effect on freedom of expression. Notably, the ordinance allows for extraterritorial application, which could impact international business operations. The advisory also draws attention to recent actions by Hong Kong authorities, including bounties for pro-democracy dissidents, reflecting the ongoing tension between local autonomy and national security measures imposed by Beijing. South China Morning Post: Cooper Hoffman, the son of late actor Philip Seymour Hoffman, is making a name for himself in Hollywood, following in his father's illustrious footsteps. At just 21, he has already received a Golden Globe nomination and starred in major films, including Licorice Pizza, where he felt a profound connection to his late father during the filming process. Initially hesitant to pursue acting, Cooper's talent shone through, leading him to roles alongside industry veterans. He is not alone in his artistic pursuits. His younger sisters, Tallulah and Willow, have also begun to explore acting, indicating that the Hoffman legacy may continue to thrive in the film industry. With several upcoming projects on the horizon, Cooper is poised to establish his own identity while honoring his father's memory. South China Morning Post: Elle Macpherson has opened up about her health journey, revealing her stage 0 breast cancer diagnosis in 2017, which led her to opt against traditional chemotherapy in favor of a holistic approach. Now, at 60, she feels she is in utter wellness and is excited to share her story through her memoir, Elle, alongside an audiobook she created with her boyfriend, musician Doyle Bramhall II. Their relationship, which began in 2022, has been marked by mutual support, with Macpherson praising Bramhall's creative spirit and their collaborative work in the studio. Bramhall, who comes from a musical family and has worked with legends like Eric Clapton, has been a significant influence in her life, providing inspiration and encouragement as she navigates her health and career. The Toronto Star: in a shocking development, U.S. officials have linked a Canadian company to a scheme allegedly orchestrated by Russian operatives aimed at manipulating American political discourse. The indictment reveals that 2 employees from RT, a Russian state-controlled media outlet, are charged with involvement in a $10 million operation that sought to exploit right-wing influencers to disseminate pro-Russian messages. The founders of Tenet Media, Lauren Chen and Liam Donovan, are noted in the court documents for receiving substantial fees as part of this operation, highlighting the intricate ties between social media, influencer culture, and foreign interference in domestic affairs. South China Morning Post: the closure of Hong Kong's beloved gym chain, Physical, after 38 years of operation has left many clients concerned about their memberships. The decision, prompted by financial difficulties and a demand from the Mandatory Provident Fund for overdue employee contributions, reflects broader issues in the fitness industry, including high rents and shifting consumer preferences towards monthly payment models. As other fitness chains also struggle, the Consumer Council urges members to stay informed about potential refunds and to keep meticulous records of their transactions. With the city's population shrinking due to immigration, the gym's closure serves as a stark reminder of the challenges facing businesses in a post-pandemic landscape. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
News breaks, buzz the ground, stories spin, walls come down, voices merge in the sound, faces mix in the crowd. Broadcasters paint the scene, world events on our screen, every link a different theme, words collide in the stream. 6 degrees connect the dots, background stories more than us. Hear the voices rise aloft, truth unveils in every spot. Cultures clash across the globe, spin the threads in a strobe. Every story wears a robe, truth and lies in their code. Journalists dig real deep, secrets out, they don't sleep. Every angle they will keep, in the news we take a leap. New perspectives day by day.